Okay, okay, I'm back. Um, Watching the news. I work graveyard shift, and I'm off this evening. But when I watch the news, just kind of catch up on things, and what came to my attention was Congressman Louie Gohmert. Now, I did a commentary recently on Louie Gohmert, and everything I said about Louie Gohmert in that previous commentary from a few days ago still stands. I don't like the congressman at all. But um, while I do apologize for talking about him, um, I want to say this. Even those I disagree with politically, I never wish harm on them in any capacity because that goes against everything I ever believe in. So I just want to say that from the get go, so you know where I'm going with this. Congressman Louie Gohmert just recently got contacted with the COVID-19 virus, Corona. And thing about it is, do I hope he recovers? Yes. I wish he was not a member of Congress. I wish he could step down. I wish that somebody could replace him that would have the ideology of someone like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Having that said, um, when he steps down, retires, or gets defeated, I wish him well in his private life. I'm not going to wish him. I'm not going to wish him any evil. Um, Even people I despise politically, I do not wish bad things to happen to them, other than political failure. Um, so I have empathy, and the thing is that I hope he fully recovers. But here's the thing: he berated his staff for wearing a mask, and he largely walked around without a mask. Now, it's funny how mask became partisan and conspiratorial. Um, for starters, people walking around without a mask, they think they're heroic and they think they're alpha. I don't particularly like wearing a mask. I don't know anybody who likes to wear a mask. But having that said, um, if you're walking around with this virus and you're not wearing a mask, even though I guess it's your right not to do it, you're a damn fool for not doing it. It is foolish. I mean, I just think it's foolish because I mean, this is a very serious virus. Um, I do think that the lockdowns earlier this year were extreme too. I mean, it was necessary, and we had this virus, we got to live with it, but the economy have to operate. So it's going to be a balancing act. But I say this is where you need to find common ground and a middle ground, and all the diehard ideologues on all sides. This is where I sound like a wishy-washy, wussified centrist. But on this one, I have to be a centrist. I have to be a militant moderate, if you will. You got to have common sense. The economy has to continue to run, and this virus does not need to be politicized by anyone. And I just want to set that record straight. But you know, this walking around, you're thinking you're heroic and alpha. I mean, no, you're a damn fool if you're walking around without a mask. I don't wear a mask 100% of the time. I mean, when I go out to eat out somewhere, or I go to, or I do a little bit of shopping, or running errands, I would say maybe about 80% of the time you'll see me wearing a mask in public. Depending on how sparse an establishment is, I mean, if there's hardly anybody in a place, I feel safe enough to walk around without a mask. But if I go into a crowded area, or crowded place to shop, or if I have to be in a long line, yeah, you better believe, you better bet your beetle boots I will be wearing a mask. And that's just how it is. And for him to go walking around and getting, you know, giving hell to his staffers, I hope he fully recovers. And I also hope that maybe now he will exercise some caution and some common sense. And for crying out loud, please wear a mask. Please do. Now, getting back to the empathy factor, I'm sure that there are going to be some lefties and some centrists who are partisan Democrats who all have good reason to despise this congressman because he is a despicable congressman. They're going to be glad that he's got it and everything. And no, don't don't do that. Do not do that because that's exactly what the other side likes to do. They like to wish badness on people, and so and it brings us on the left down to their level when that's done. And I like to be above that. I mean, I was bothered several months ago, as much as I don't like Rush Limbaugh, when I found out that he had stage four, or what was it, lymphoma cancer? That or is it lung cancer? I can't think right now. It was stage four of cancer. I think it's lung cancer now. At any rate, cancer is cancer, and it's deadly. And I saw a lot of people online saying how glad they were that Rush Limbaugh has the cancer. At the same time, it was around that same time when President Trump, gave his State of the Union address and gave Rush Limbaugh the Presidential Medal for Freedom, and I was very very offended by that. Um, I'm going to quote one of my favorite commentators again, uh, Kyle Kalinske, and he said, "I am opposed to Rush Limbaugh getting cancer, but I'm also opposed to Rush Limbaugh getting the Presidential Medal for Freedom." I agree with Kyle Kalinske. Because Rush Limbaugh doesn't deserve it because he's an authoritarian. He knows nothing about freedom. Everything I've ever heard on his lame program and TV show, and knowing about him for almost 30 years, tells me that he is not a man for freedom. He's an authoritarian. No ifs, ands, or buts. But as I said, I don't want him to die. I hope he fully recovers, and I hope that he retires from talk radio instead of poisoning the airwaves with his BS. Even though he has a First Amendment right to do so, I will still be glad when he retires. Um, as for Louie Gohmert, I hope he fully recovers from COVID as well. Don't like the guy, but do in fact fully recover. And hey, man, be careful. And all of y'all be careful. I don't care what side of the fence you're on and how far on the other side of the fence somebody is to the right, or how weirdly radical somebody might be to my left, or how bland somebody is to my center. I hope that each and every one of you, um, from all walks of life, exercise common sense and, my gosh, do what we can to stop this COVID from plaguing our society. And we're all in this together, whether we like it or not, whether we love each other or hate each other, whether because COVID knows no ideology, it knows no color, it knows no religion, it knows no ethnicity, it knows no anything, sexual orientation, it knows none of it. All it does is attack all of us, and we're all human beings at the end of the day. I'm Bernie, bro. If you like what you heard, please press the like button. And if you hate it, press dislike. Either way, comment, Algorithms. I always talk about this. We have an algorithm problem that's affecting social media right now these days. So I implore and ask each and every one of you to press that subscribe button. I'm trying to get this channel up to about 1,000 subscribers. Again, it's not about me. It's about my ideology and my specific angle to this ideology, social democracy. Democratic socialism, if you will, plain old socialism, or social democracy. All is the same to me, and is a unique school of leftism that exists that I advocate. And if you have a platform, please go ahead and use it. Express yourselves. Free speech needs to be the basically it needs to be the latest trend once again. We need to restore our free speech rights, and we need to protect it from everyone, from all sides of the spectrum that was silence any everybody else. Nobody needs to be silenced. And until next time, peace and Bernie Sanders for president 2024. I'm not kidding.